how to respect the value of a life. My cousin Mackenzie and I were at my great-grandmother and great-grandfather's house shooting a little ball into a clothes basket. He ran at me by the basket and hit me hard, and as we both fell, I pushed him from the basket and he missed it just barely. My great-grandfather couldn't stop smiling as I had just saved my cousin from being injured or badly hurt. I then noticed I hit the basket into the front door, and I started making faces because it painfully hurt. I then noticed I cut the gap between my big toe pretty bad. He then told me to go in the kitchen and find a Band-Aid to put there. When I left the kitchen, he told me, "You have lots of courage and I want you to use that to protect those you love." I didn't get it then, but I like to assume I do now. About a year or two after the other incident, I came back, bigger than before, obviously. My grandmother dropped me off at their house with 3 or 4 packs of Oriental ramen, as usual, and a bottle of apple juice. I walked to the door and knocked. Then a few seconds later, out walked my great-grandfather to let me inside. He said to me, "Hey bud, come in." And I walked in as I usually do and immediately said hi to my great-grandmother. And then she said to me, "Hey Darius, how are you?" in the sweetest and most innocent tone I had ever heard. About an hour in, I noticed something was wrong with my great-grandfather. I immediately ran to my great-grandmother in the other room, and she came running towards my great-grandfather. I mean, she was booking it. She looked like Usain Bolt. Then she kept telling him his name and snapping, and he finally came to. My great-grandmother said if I didn't get to her, he could have been worse. I was shown how valuable a life is on December 17th, 2013, when my great-grandfather passed away. I really wish I could have said goodbye, but I couldn't, because I was here doing schoolwork. I remember making it home, and my mom was there, and she told me, "Papa passed away yesterday at the hospital because of a heart attack." I didn't think about it until I checked my Facebook and saw all the comments and pictures of him. I cried all that night, even while taking a shower. I wish I could have been there to say thanks, but I couldn't, because I was here. Most days now, I grab the yellow flower in my dad's drawer and take the funeral pamphlet he has in there, and just talk to it, whether it's about school or anything. And I sit there crying even sometimes. Now I see just how painful it is to lose someone and not say goodbye, so I don't hesitate to tell my parents I love them. Like John Mayer, say what you need to say, because people die just as they're born, so tell them you love them before they're gone. Thanks, Papa, for being there for me. Even though I was sometimes annoying, you always kept a smile on my face and food for me to eat. No matter what people say, you were amazing and my hero. Rest in peace, Ray Collins.